So YouTube family, I just made a video about Bomani Jones and his stepping fetching ways. Now the reason why I'm making two parts, you gotta break it down sometime. Since a lot of you people followed us, I think we had 4,000 subscribers in 4 days only. So it's a lot of new people too. So I like breaking, when you see me in my backyard, I'm not saying I'm a different person when I do the edit videos in the studios, but you get the same person. You just watch me go more in depth without really trying to worry about the edits. You feel me? This is just raw and uncut type ish, man. Go ahead and smash that like button right quick for a trill one. Shout out to everybody watching. We're gonna go in on Bomani. Now, the video I uploaded had a lot of breakdowns. Y'all need to go check it out. It actually covered all parts in the interview, whatever rant he was saying about Shedeur and Deion. This one, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It was two people on ESPN that I couldn't stand watching anymore after liking them. I used to find Jamel Hill attractive. I used to love everything about Jamel. I used to see Bomani Jones too as a brother who was on TV. He was on High Noon. Well, before I bring up High Noon, he was more on Around the Horn. I knew about some of the articles he wrote, I would read, but he's not really a star like that. If you're not someone like DJ Blessone, who was an advanced reader at 3-4 years old type ish, you're not gonna really be into reading a lot. You want some more court jester minstrel shows. No disrespect to nobody. So Bomani Jones, a lot of y'all don't even catch him because he doesn't have star power. You know what I mean? Like I like the minstrel shows too, to laugh at, to understand on what not to be. So I'm not making fun of none of y'all. I'm just saying he's not talented enough for the world to pay attention to. So now he's on Around the Horn. He had a segment there. The producer of Around the Horn gave Bomani his own chance to go on more of a show such as Highly Questionable. Now, when he was with my brother, Dan Lebertar, who knows well of me, he's from Miami. Dan Lebertar wrote for the Miami Herald. He's a prestigious anchor, and I'm not being a step and fetching. I'm keeping it real. If you're from the South Florida trenches, you know who's Dan Lebertar. So Dan Lebertar kind of resurrected Bomani's career when it was failing. And Bomani kind of helped Dan Lebertar as well, if you want me to be honest with you, because by then it was just Dan's father, you know, Poppy. Poppy is very hilarious, but when Bomani got there, he was one of the brothers. Bomani would keep it thorough. Bomani would speak on issues that counted, issues that was needed. Issues with Bomani Jones for me was just more of how he placated towards any group of people he wants. 1 minute he'll be very liberal while trying to act like a professional victim. Next minute he's a full staunch and flag conservative whose only job is to get paid to go towards certain people. With this Shedeur thing, it highlighted a lot of the people in our communities. This is why I love when Steven Jackson was calling out some of these people. Bomani was the main one he was talking about. See, Steven Jackson don't get a lot of props. I don't agree with everything he say. I like when he went to old blog, he called in and tapped in, whatever you want to call it. I don't agree with that, but I agree with brothers not being afraid to be themselves. So if you do feel like tapping in old block, I could respect that because that's you. You're not perpetrating to be somebody else. You're not perpetrating to be some type of different character to fit the needs like Bomani Jones. You can't read brothers like that because they're night and day. They're different people for whatever the dollars is paying for is what I'm trying to tell you. Bomani is a contradictive piece of crap, bruh. Normally, I curse on my videos, but I'm not going to do it on his videos because I want to show y'all this is not me just outlashing on Bomani like I do the rest. See, what Bomani is doing is a very dangerous game. He broke down Shador on reasons why he shouldn't be looked as an outspoken melanin brother. He compared it to Kaepernick, which got very dangerous when he did that. And he called it basically Shador not being good enough. Shedeur should be happy he got drafted in the 5th round. He said why black folks are not celebrating that he got drafted in the 5th round. First of all, melanated people are celebrating that the brother got to live his dream. What people are upset about, what they made him go through, the humiliation, the people who went above him. Why can't we say it? We say it for every other quarterback who happened to be male, but for some reason, Bomani now has this thing against the entire community like we're doing too much. Then he projects his own own opinion about who told him that, oh, Shedeur had a poor interview. And I'm going to show you how Bomani is lying, because the same people and companies and corporations such as ESPN, Fox Sport, MSNBC, CBS, and these people cover my videos, just to let y'all know. So don't say I'm just mad because they don't look at me. I talk about MSNBC and they still highlight my videos, and that's real journalism. I'm not even on Bomani's level, I can admit that, but I've made more of a wrecking on this sports world than he ever did. And you guys too, you guys who have your voice, your channel, some of you guys in the comment sections have been viral with your comments because you stood on business to who you were and you were not afraid to say what's needed to be said. Bomani will say what he gets paid to be said. There's a difference between him and us. We're opinions that people cry to get. We're opinions that people get thirsty to get, because a lot of people are tired of the bots. You're tired of the automatic fake gestures from these pundits. You want to see the real deal. So then Bomani goes deeper about these meetings. And my thing to Bomani is, who did you talk to tell you he had a poor interview with several teams? Then tell us the teams. If you're not going to be a man and tell us who told you this, then at least be a journalist and say which teams didn't like his meetings. Because right before the draft, 2 weeks before the draft, a lot of teams said these reports by ESPN and all these fake sources were not true at all. I mean, go look at it. Majority of the NFL teams said this. And then after the draft, even the ones who didn't draft Shedeur, like the Giants, said he had an exceptional interview. He was eloquent. He talked good. There was no character issues. In fact, Brian Daboll got offended that people was trying to say the Giants said he had a horrible interview. Even Cleveland Browns, who people tried to say, well, I showed proof. They talked bad about Shedeur and Deion. But when they got in the media, they said they didn't say any of that. So what's going on? Are people lying when they get to the media, or something else going behind the scenes? But one thing we know for sure, a lot of people, whether it's the media, the NFL teams, the owners, or the pundits like Bomani Jones, there's a lot of fabrication going on. So what my videos are highlighting to you guys are how they fake it, bro. They fake everything they do in crutches just for another script that's being given out there. Because I believe what Charleston White says. I think everybody playing. I think everybody is playing, bro, because people come out the woodwork with these reports. Then why Bomani Jones never stood on business? And look how extra animated he was to disrespect Shador, saying, oh, they humbled him. Didn't he get humbled? Like, whoa, like you one of these characters on Django, and you embrace what people got to go through. Because even if you think Shedeur is not good enough, why would you say that on your channel? And they humbled him good. Like, whoa. Just like Chris Carter, drunk cocaine head wannabe, doing the most. It's like, I see brothers critique Shedeur before. I'm very familiar with guys who look like me who are not favoring Shedeur, and that's their rights. I've never made videos about those guys. They sit down, they break things down, and they're fair in their criticism. They're not just looking at Shedeur. I seen them broke down Dylan Gabriel. The same guys broke down Caleb Williams last year, and they were somewhat correct about the criticisms of Caleb Williams. You see, Bomani Jones, when you're thorough like those guys I'm talking about, we can listen to them even if we don't agree. But with guys like you fabricate what you say to placate this narrative, bro. It's always a narrative with you. Why didn't you come out and say these things about Shedeur if you're all of a sudden so passionate about it? How come you've never said these things besides one little thing I exposed you on? But when I exposed you like 6-7 months ago, you were also back on Shedeur's tip. You just changed like the seasons, huh? You just flow with the wind, not gone with the wind, because imagine what Becky makes you do, bro. But I don't want to get into that. So what are you going to be today, Bomani? You going to be the Django, Steppin' Fetchin', Chicken George, Ruckus? Which one you are today, bruh? You changed like the wind. Most of you melanated brothers on TV. I don't understand this, bruh. If you're good at what you're doing, then why do you have to become different characters to fit narratives, bruh? Why you just can't stand on business? Because if you really felt this way and you were told by several people of poor meetings, why do you bring it out now? Right. And that's my point, bruh. Dudes like him are disingenuous and dangerous. And that's why there will always be DJ Blessone existing on YouTube. Even when our views were down, it goes back up. When we're up, it goes down. That's life, bruh. It fluctuates. You know what I mean? Things change like that, and I don't cry about it. I just let it be what it be, but I'm gonna be me, bruh. Don't let that go over your head. I just let it be what it be, and I'm gonna be me, bruh. And that's the problem. Too many of you dudes go home and getting all that money ain't good enough, man. Hang on, I'm gonna show you my pit bull right quick, man. The real pit bull I love, man. My pit bull, Sebastian. Come here, Sebastian. Talk to these people right quick, gang. What you feel about Bomani Jones? What is he, bruh? What is them type of minstrels, bruh? Are they good for the community, cuz? I need to do you a YouTube channel, bruh. We found this cat in our backyard. We put all his pictures on the Ring cameras website. We put it around the community. Nobody never came and got him yet. And look how big he got, bruh. This dude hunts everything, bruh. He's a best friend who could be, bruh. Why, with life so good like that, why do you gotta be a minstrel, bruh? Life is so good even when it's bad, bruh. I gotta have a personal conversation. I'm gonna email you, Bomani. That's what I'm gonna do, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing. If you ever get to talk to me in person, I'm gonna flame you the same way, my boy. Niggas like you gotta really be out the way, bruh. I don't believe in cancel. I believe in community justice. We're gonna leave it at that, man. Deion, we waiting for you. You said you're gonna say something. Where you at, King? I'm DJ Blessone, the best one. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.